So a few weeks ago, I was watching a video done by Realm of Toys 89, and I couldn't believe my eyes. These are bona fide background figures. And once I seen they came with cell phone hands, I was sold. So I ended up buying every single figure they had in that line, plus some extra. And we're gonna take a look at them all today, folks. So here we got all the different series of these wrestling fans. And man, this shit looks crazy. All the different body styles. They got little kids in there. Then I bought some extra shit on a casket, and they just had separate figures, and I just wanted to test out, you know what I mean? So that's all the figures they had right there in package, but now it's time to unbox them. And here it is, every single one of these background characters in front of your face. And to be honest with you folks, I'm surprised nobody came up with this shit before. Like Mattel or Hasbro, whatever. I mean, it only makes sense to me for somebody that likes to have a nice diorama display to have some background type of characters just to help bring the whole diorama to life. But all these figures plus all these little accessories right here, well, we're gonna have some fun with this. But for these wrestling fans, they got 5 series of 4 figures plus this extra one right here. So you got 21 altogether. If you want to buy them all, they got males at 6.5 inches, females at 6, and the kids at 4.25. But this right here, oh shit! I always wanted the casket to put my Undertaker figure in, and that right here gets the job done. The casket even separates, but we gotta unbox these figures. So what I wanted to do is just show them all in different type of action poses next to different sizes of action figures from different brands, just so y'all can see the versatility and how you could use these in your collection. And right there, the guy with the phone in his hand, that shit is hot. And then working our way down, we got a couple people filming out. Well, we got a little badass kid screaming at somebody down below, which we'll see that in a minute. But yeah, that look right there with the cell phone, that does it for me. I've always wanted to see an action figure do some shit like that. And then right there, yeah, my man's got an I eat butt sign while Spawn looks at it and wonders why is he holding up that sign. While we got another guy holding the kiss my ass sign up. While we see a couple of people about to square off against Leatherhead. We got somebody videotaping. Then you got the guy behind them about to spill their popcorn. Look at that guy holding Leatherhead's arm, trying to stop him, telling him to chill the hell out. But yeah, that guy's getting it all on tape. Then we got the Iron Fist right here getting the interview done. Standing there looking strong and shit. Love that look. And then right next to them, you got Razor about to get that shit in with a security guard. A couple of bystanders is just watching and gawking, looking at mouth wide open looking. Well, the other guy, he's just like, why? Why you gotta fight that man? Because he knows he's gonna get his ass whooped. And right there in the back, you got another fella with a camera right there in Leonardo's face, while Leonardo looks at him all crazy. But then right there, you got Raphael showing off kicking the wall, while them 2 other guys cheer him on to try to get him to keep on kicking it. Then right below them, you got Luke Cage showing off his muscles to that lady right there, and she's shocked as shit. And then we got a robbery in progress. These 2 people dressed up like turtles about to beat the shit out of this little girl and this guy right there. And they scared out their mind. They said, take all my money, hands up. Then we got Faker back there busting up with a referee. But next to him, Bebop is ready to knock this shit out of that guy, and he ran his ass off. He don't want the smoke. But we got another referee commentating that shit. Then we got this big ass guy right there ready to pulverize this ref right here while he tries to talk him down, Black Widow style with the Hulk, you know what I mean? Trying to calm his ass down. But then right below them, you got a couple of guys just watching. They don't want to get involved with that shit. That guy's too husky over there. And then right in the front, we got Wolverine arguing with 2 of the refs right there, acting like he can't count. He can count to 3. He got 3 claws for both of their ass. And then right there with Deadpool getting interviewed, the height is there. It all looks good to me. But last but not least, we got a ref counting out Leonardo because he got knocked the hell out by Bebop. While this other guy just cries and looks up to the sky. Why did they knock his ass out? That right there, folks, I love the way how all this looks. And you can see how they all work in different type of settings with different type of size action figures. So whatever you're looking for to do, you can pull that shit off with this. But I gotta try for something I personally want to see, and that is in a wrestling setup. So I end up getting a wrestling setup together. You know I don't got one, and I'm gonna make one. But for this right here, that's what you get. The articulation is right up there with the Marvel Legends. They can move all around, do any type of poses you want. But yep, that shit looks hot. Well, let's take it to the arena. And right here, folks, I got a whole wrestling setup. I had to do it right, you know what I mean? So what I did with this is I mixed in a whole bunch of my different custom figures with all these different extra wrestling fans in the background, just so you can see how it works with a 5.5 scale inch figure. And you just gotta mix it in right, you know what I mean? You can't really tell too much of a difference, especially if you layer the bigger ones in the back. You put the smaller ones in the front, like that little girl right there with her phone out, right there in front of Ben Affleck Batman, watching and seeing all the stuff that is going on. Now right here, you might be wondering, why'd you go through all the trouble to make this whole diorama just for these figures? No, I didn't do it for that. I did it because I got all the superstars figures, and I want to do a video on it. And if I'm going to do a video, it's got to look right to me. So right here, we got everybody in the background. So many different special guests back there. You can pause the video and name all these people for days. Look at that little kid right there screaming at Cody Rhodes as he's in a wheelchair. Oh, shit. We even got Mr. Home Arcade right next to that lady with the phone while you got the other guy back there with his arms up in the air. That shit looks so good. And also, I know y'all see a whole bunch of Superstars customs that I put in there. That's because I like to mix it up. But right there, look, we got security on the wall, standing and watching. Some guy trash picking back there. And that guy, he's about to get the shit beat out of his ass. Look at that, he's on the ground like, no, please, don't hurt me, don't beat me up. He was a big guy. That guy don't give a shit. He's gonna stomp it. But right there, look at that, the little kid with the hot dog in the hand, which it comes with all them little different special hands to hold stuff if you want. But yeah, folks, I am definitely satisfied with these wrestling fan figures right here. They look so good, mixed up with all these husky-ass people, you know what I mean? Not everybody could be husky as shit. You gotta have some normal people to mix in there. But one thing I can say is they knew what they was doing when they was advertising these people for a certain type of demographic for wrestling fans, you know what I mean? It makes perfect sense. But not only can you use them with the wrestling fans, but y'all seen earlier, you can use them with anything you want. You know what I mean? But they work best for what they was made for, and they was made for cheering. That shit looks so hot, especially in this type of setup now. I know it'll probably look maybe even cooler if the wrestling figures were bigger, but it looks good with this to me. They match in just fine, and like I said before about the height difference, you just put the bigger guys in the back and the ladies and little kids up front, just like that. But one thing I can honestly say is that after seeing these figures, that's what motivated me to do this whole setup right here. Because I've been thinking about it for a minute, but just being able to add different type of background people just for a look like this, that was a no-brainer. And all them figures, all 21, they work good in this, and even some of those other people I added, the security guard, the ref in the ring, and the event staff on the wall over there. But they got other stuff that you might be interested in. As you can see, I had one dog right there with a new shirt on, with a camera in his hand, because there's other stuff I have to show you that I got from their website that I was shocked about. Right here, look at this shit, folks. We got Beastman back in a wheelchair with both of his legs broke. And we got Skeletor right there with a nice shopping cart. All these accessories and more are on the Figures Toy Company website. I put the link in the description. All this shit is stuff that I've always wanted to have for my action figures. You see in the toilet, you got the stretcher right there. All these little odds and ends, crutches, bats, shovels, even a goddamn mop bucket. Come on now. Look, you got the recyclable dumpster right there. All the other ones, fire hydrants, sewer lids, chairs, barbed wire. Whatever you want, tires, a ladder, another stretcher. They got all that shit. So if you want to add a little bit of extra to your display, you could do it with these items right here. You won't be disappointed, because my ass ain't disappointed. And the one thing I liked about their website, you can buy some of these things separately. You don't gotta buy it in a group. And I can comfortably say all this stuff will work with either 5.5, 6-inch, 7-inch, it don't matter. Overall, folks, these Ultimate Fan Wrestling figures, I say it's worth it. The only thing though, the price is a little bit high, I ain't gonna hold you. $21.99 per figure, no matter if it's that fat guy or that little kid right there. I think that's a little bit steep. Or you can pay $79.99 for a group of 4, saving a couple bucks, but that bitch is still a lot. But for all the articulation these figures have, plus all the different hand accessories, I can see why they pushing that price point. But I still feel more comfortable at $15, you know what I mean? But if you just want to add a little bit more life to your display or your dioramas, these guys right here, they get it done. So if your ass is interested in these, I'll leave a link in the description of this video.
Now those are dope figures.
Yeah, I figured your ass would say that shit, Mad Hatter. They are some dope ass figures. Now that was one guy right there that I could definitely see using these figures in some of his videos. But for the figure toy company, y'all did a great job on this. And I look forward to what y'all bring next. Thanks for watching, folks. And if you like what you saw, do my ass a favor and drop me a like. Subscribe to the channel while you're at it. It ain't gonna hurt you, is it? Come on now. Go ahead and hit the button. I know you have to hit the button. Hit that goddamn button, drop a like. All right, I'm out of here.